disgusting. It is warm.
It looks so good.
Does Rachel Tong have a boyfriend?
It's not gonna work out. They need to know where you are at all times.
We like wash the dishes.
Are girls allowed to go in boys' dorms? Be a girl's girl. Hey guys, we got some pumpkins with us and we're gonna attempt to carve a pumpkin. And this is gonna be a part of our porch decoration, which is cocoa themed. How do we do this?
I just use this one and like
Stab it?
like yeah, stab a circle. And yeah, like that.
I've never carved a pumpkin before. This is a totally new experience for me.
Oh my god, it is warm. See, look at me, I'm so smart.
Oh, I hate the smell of pumpkins.
Yeah, no, it's actually so disgusting.
Oh,
Yummy!
wow.
Yummy. Get a question.
Inside, it looks like shredded carrots.
Yeah, it's actually so disgusting.
Everyone's always asking me questions about boarding school because not a lot of people go.
Yeah.
Let's talk boarding school. What is boarding school?
Boarding school is where you go to school as normal, but you don't go home. This is your home. School is your home. Everyone has a roommate. Some people have two. It's basically a very like fun community. Boarding school usually is seen like as a bad thing, but I think coming to boarding school was the best decision that I ever made in my life. So,
I agree.
if you have the opportunity to go to boarding school, then you should most definitely go because it's really fun.
It also depends where you're going though. We're like really just speaking from experience.
Yeah.
Because the school that we go to, it has a lot of activities. They really want us to like be in like a community.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. This is Soyoung, our dorm prefect.
Yeah, barely survived.
We'll do our best.
Thank you so much. I thought no one was gonna do it.
No, don't worry, we got you.
What were we saying? We were talking about, our boarding school. Like, a lot of activities during the school year. It would be like during the week, we would be like really stressed. And then there would be like a random dorm challenge out of nowhere. Hi, Will.
Hi, Will. You want to say hi to the YouTube? This is Will.
This is Will.
What are you guys gonna make, like other than jack-o'-lantern? Like,
I don't
We're
know.
like decorating for our porch. It's gonna be like our theme.
No, you can't tell him. He's
Alright, see you guys.
Bye.
Yeah, so we have different dorms. How many dorms do we have?
3
we have
girls'
4
dorms,
dorms.
and then
4 girls.
I totally forgot about 4 girls' dorms, guys.
She totally forgot about the dorm she was in.
I know. It was, guys, it's been a long time.
But yeah,
4 girls' dorms
4 girls'
and 3
dorms,
guys'
3
dorms.
guys'
So that's
dorms.
7.
7 dorms. And what happens in dorm challenges is that we compete against each other, which a lot of the times is very unfair because of like the different amount of people we have in each dorms. So there are bigger dorms and there are like smaller dorms.
We are
and
one
then there
of
are
the smaller
tiny
dorms.
dorms. So, but it's always like fun. Like it doesn't matter like who wins it, like what is always fun. Even though a lot of times it's so annoying that like you have to study for like your tests like tomorrow and then they make you go to the dorm challenge. But I'm glad that they do that.
Because it's like you need a break. And like you know yourself that you're not gonna take a break unless it's forced on you.
Yeah.
So like as much as I'm annoyed that like, oh, I really need to study for this big test and now they're making me do dorm challenges, it's still like it's good for you because they know that, you know, we need a break.
Yeah, and
Which
it's
is good.
always like when I look back on my year, I'm like, oh my goodness, this happened last year. So it's the things we remember.
For real.
Like studying happens every day, so it's like not even anything special.
Next question.
Okay, let me read out this comment that I got. So it says, what age did you start attending boarding school? Do you think going earlier or later would be better? We came in the same year. For her, it's her freshman year.
Freshman year is like the perfect year to come.
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of people, at least in this school, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot for like most schools as well, all the new people come in freshman year. So like,
And we're
you
talking
won't be
like, we're
alone.
talking America.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like, I know it's really different
Yeah,
in the
in the
UK or whatever. But in America, freshman year, it's the perfect year to like start going to boarding school because you're gonna have the 4-year experience in high school, and it like works the best with like classes and stuff too.
Yeah, so you don't have to like transfer credits and like all that, because that can be like really annoying.
Yeah, especially for like private schools, because they actually like really require like prerequisites.
So I think freshman year, going to a private boarding school is definitely the best. In terms of like social life, you're definitely not going to be scared, because
Most people come in freshman year.
yeah, so you're everyone's new, so like there's really nothing to be scared of. I mean, obviously, you know, you're still gonna be scared making friends and whatnot, but you know that everyone's feeling the same way as you.
Yeah, so if you come in like junior year or something, then it's gonna be like way harder to make friends because
Everyone already has their friend group.
yeah, and you don't really know how to like choose your friend group, I guess. It's like if you like talk to one person, you're dragged into their friend group.
Yeah.
Can I watch you?
Yeah. What's your name?
Dominic.
Very curious what you ladies are doing.
We're carving.
Watch you, is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Right, I'm just
Do you play baseball as well?
Yes. Today was my scrimmage and we won.
Oh, cool. So she's just gonna trace.
I'm gonna trace this one.
Okay. And which one are you doing?
She's gonna draw.
I'm
She's
gonna try
do
to
her
draw
own.
one. Oh, kid's so adorable. I'm debating between this one and this one. I'm gonna try to draw this. Here's how it's looking.
I'm not so good at going in. God, it keeps getting off.
Okay, so here's how mine looks. It's currently like 6:12 and the sun is setting. So we're gonna try to make this quick. We're eating dinner. Here's how the pumpkin looks. And I have like a little music note.
This is my pumpkin.
And the music note is for Coco. We didn't really answer any questions because we have a little guy with us.
Basically the whole time.
He was really, really adorable. What advice would you give someone that is about to go to boarding school? First of all, watch my video. I kind of have a video on how to survive boarding school.
Don't try and stress too much. When you're at boarding school, it's very hard to balance your school life and then your social life because you're at school all the time. It's kind of hard to balance the two because you want to break from school, but like you're at school all the time.
Set boundaries for yourself, like when you stop working. Because living here, you kind of tend to just work all day and all your free time you spend on doing work. Well, at least in our school, it's like you really want to strive to get into like a good college or whatever and like get really good grades, and there's like academic pressure. You really have to set boundaries for yourself, like when to stop, because if you don't know how to stop, it just goes downhill. Burnout, meltdown, and worse. So
Yeah.
allow yourself to like take breaks. This
Yeah, it's
applies
like
to
basically
like
life.
but
Yeah.
then in boarding school, I feel like this is just like more
It's like harder.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah, so today was a good dinner, guys. We had fries, we have chicken tenders, and then Rachel got the fried ravioli. I didn't get that because it didn't look good. And
I'm gonna
then
try
I
it
got
for
green,
you guys. That's
green
how
beans.
it looks. It literally just tastes like ravioli with a crunchier skin.
Oh yeah.
It's just like
ravioli,
faster.
yeah.
Is boarding school like college?
No. No.
I don't know.
No.
We don't know because
We
don't
know,
go
'cause
to
we haven't been
college.
to college yet, but like you would think like going to boarding school,
It's like the
you're-
same
it's like
thing
the
as
same
college.
thing as college. But I feel like from what I've heard, like in college there's so much more freedom.
Exactly. That's what
So much
that's what
more
my
freedom.
cousin says to me too. Because I would talk about like, oh, I got in trouble today because I forgot to check in for dinner. And my cousin would be like, that's ridiculous. It's everything like boarding school, but except the really strict like rules. And yeah, in boarding school, there's definitely gonna be rules
Yeah,
because it's a bunch of like teenagers living
on campus.
on campus.
Definitely more rules than you would find like at a public school or whatever. When you have a bunch of teenagers, boys and girls, because it's a mixed school, staying on campus 7 days a week, you know, obviously you're gonna need to monitor them more.
Yeah, and also it's like the dorm moms or like just like faculty here in general, they need to know where you are at all times. So if you're going to practice, then you have to sign out to go to practice. At least that's how we do it here, but I know there's like different systems in different places. We have to sign out to go to the fields if we're going to the fields, and we have to sign out to go to, for example, the cafeteria. They need to know where you are at all times because they're kind of responsible for us. There's going to be a lot of that kind of restrictions, like you can't really go off campus that much.
Yeah.
This is similar to what we were saying, but I got a comment about if you do something wrong, do you like get sent home immediately?
No, because we have like a disciplinary track. So like 3 infractions gets you either a demerit or a detention, and then 3 detentions, or is it 4 detentions?
Well, I think if you get a certain like too many detentions or demerits within like a short period of time, then you get a restoration plan.
So like restoration plan, it's like a pretty big deal, but it's honestly like, I feel like people make a big deal about it, but like as a boarder, it's like pretty
really
it's
easy
really
to get.
easy to get arrested. Even if you're like a good person, or like, you know, you're not really rebellious, like silly things like forgetting to sign in at dinner, or like
Forgetting to check out. So
yeah, exactly. Stuff like that can get you infractions, and then that can get you a demerit, or like missing your work job is a detention in itself.
we have this thing called work job. Each one of us kind of have a job on campus. It's kind of like a chore for us.
Yeah, it's like chore.
Boarders usually get like you have to clean up the cafeteria after dinner, or I have 2 work jobs. One of them is maitre d', which is basically like being a waitress, but I like dismiss tables because we have things called family dinners where faculty and students eat together. So I just dismiss tables when I'm on duty.
I do kitchen/counter crew, so that's like after dinner. Actually, even during dinner, we like wash the dishes, we like serve the food. If it's family dinner, we're serving the food. Yeah, so then after dinner, we're like washing the dishes, we're like taking away the salad bar and like wrapping it up and putting it in the fridge.
For me, I have another work job where I'm on the media council. So basically I make videos for the school to like advertise, or just like maybe a recap video for like students to watch back on, like if there was an event or something. Okay, one last question.
Make it juicy.
People are asking.
Does
me
Rachel
if-
Tong have a boyfriend? No,
No.
guys, she's single. And so am I.
I feel like it's also the thing where it's really hard to date here.
Yeah,
It's so busy. Like
no one has time for anything.
you're
Like,
always doing something.
you're either doing
and-
school or sports or with friends. Like there's like never time to even like
To date.
To
Like there
go.
are a lot of people that like date here. Mostly like day students, I would say, because
Yeah,
they have a
because
lot
they
more
can-
freedom.
yeah, they have-
I don't know. For us, I feel like it's just hard because we don't really have a lot of time, like free
Yeah.
time, to like do anything. Are girls allowed to go into boys' dorms?
no. Oh yeah, if we're doing group study. So like if you want to work on a group project and you don't want to go to the library, you're allowed to go into the boys' dorm and work there. But I don't think I've heard of anyone doing that, because honestly it's really awkward going into the boys' dorm and working, because like, you know, the boys' dorms are really loud too, so it's very hard to get work done there.
You don't even really want to go.
Yeah,
into
exactly. It
the
stinks
guys'
in there. Like we have open dorms though, so like when it's open dorm, we can go there. Like go into the boys' dorms.
Yeah, and they can go into ours. Just to see how our dorms look like.
Yeah.
Would you rather be in a normal school or boarding school? Boarding school.
Boarding school for sure is much better than a day school.
Boarding school is just,
So much more fun.
it's just so much events go on because we're like trying.
Yeah, literally when I was in day school, like every single day of the week, obviously go to school, hang out with friends, and I would come back home and it's so boring. Especially on the weekends, I would literally just sit in my bed the whole weekend, do it absolutely nothing.
Here they really try to give us things to do
Yeah.
and activities for the weekend, which is so fun. And I feel like just being in a boarding school where everyone's like always on campus, it's not like, oh, I have to go home early or whatever. It's like everyone's on campus and we have the same curfew.
Yeah.
So it's like we get to make so much more memories with our
Yeah.
friends and just like always spend time with them. And it's also like having a roommate is like having a long sleepover.
Yeah, exactly.
Kinda.
Boarding school, especially in the dorms, is just a never-ending sleepover.
She's always in my room,
Yeah.
and it literally feels like a sleepover. And most of the times we will be like studying for like the
Yeah.
whole time, but like
But like
still,
studying together.
yeah,
Like if you were at home, you'd be studying alone with your mother shouting in your ear. I'm telling
And
you
probably
to get
like
work.
crying over math
Probably.
with your dad at
Yeah,
the table.
exactly.
Here we're like learning the same thing, so we're kind of helping each other out, which is awesome. Okay, do you have a crush or boyfriend? We kind of touched base on
Yeah.
this. Crushes definitely happen.
Not at the moment though.
Not at the moment though, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you met anyone that was your friend and then betrayed you?
Guys.
That's the last question.
That's a juicy one. I like that one. You can answer first.
Well, I mean, definitely. It happens to everyone. It happens so much that I don't even know how to like choose a specific story to tell, but just like trust no one. Actually,
Rachel.
wait, don't listen to me. I just like feel like it's hard trusting people. It's
Yeah.
really hard because especially like a lot of people just don't take promises seriously.
But like also I think for me, since I travel a lot, like every 3 or 4 years, like personally, I don't think I've had enough time with that person for them to betray me.
Girls watching this, be a girl's girl.
Yeah.
Like, don't break girl code just to like try to impress someone. Like it's not gonna work out. Like if you break girl code for a guy, let a guy get between you and your friend. It really doesn't work out. You have no friends to fall back to because you completely lost their trust.
Yeah.
Have each other's back. If you're not a girl's girl, people are not gonna trust you, and if you have someone's trust, don't break it. Like don't be like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna say this to this person because I feel like that's gonna like raise my social status or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Especially by the time you have that really close one person, or like maybe even a few people who like you have their trust and they have yours, like really, do you really want to like go ahead and like, if you weigh it out, I feel like there's nothing that could be better than like their trust, like having their trust and having someone who trusts you and you trust them, and like giving that away for something that's definitely way more inferior to like that kind of bond with someone. And like by time you just end up growing apart, which is like totally normal. At least
Yeah,
you know that like you trusted each other, you kept each other's secrets.
Yeah, and even if you grow apart, like that doesn't give you any right to share other people's like secrets. Like if you were really close to someone for a really long time and you guys grew apart, it's really not your place to tell their story at all. If you want to see like more Q&As, if we didn't answer your question, because I didn't really like put out a questionnaire, I just like kind of collected questions throughout my videos. But if you have any questions, leave it in the comments if you want to. But yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Make sure to like and subscribe, guys.
Like,
guys, this is
do whatever you
totally
want.
peer
You don't-
pressure.
You don't have to.
But you should.
I hope you enjoyed this video.
Hope you enjoyed us carving our pumpkins. We had a lot of fun. And we'll see you in the next one.
Take care.
Look at that.
Oh wow, that looks so good.
Wow, that's actually so
Oh my
cool.
goodness. That looks so good.
Guys, we did that.
We did that.
This is my boyfriend. We're together.
This is not gonna make it. I can't post this online.
Yeah, definitely not.